What's up everyone, 124san's here with a quick draft of Bloomburrow. The newest set through the open paths only supports pick 2 draft, and the Edge of Eternity Premier Draft got extended, but I don't like that format. Even though Bloomburrow, I also don't like Bloomburrow that much in terms of gameplay. Well, at least the thing is, I would prefer this set than Edge of Eternity, so without further ado, let's dive into the pack and pick one. I think this is a very straightforward pack. We just pick the strongest rare. Bring more in transfer for -3/4 reach. When it enters, tap a creature and put 3 stun counters on it. And if you control that creature, draw 2 cards. It's a pretty flexible card. You can use it to stun your opposing creature for like 4 turns out of attacking. Or stun their blocker so you can get in, or you can just use it on your own creatures to draw 2. And in Bloomburrow, Frog is also the archetype of doing enter the battlefield and blink effects. And yeah, this card, Long River Lurker, is one of them. This can exile a creature and return it to the battlefield under its owner's control, which works super well with the Dremel Entrancer. But yeah, let's pick this Dream Dew. Start with D and with W, so it's Dreadmaw. Damn. Other than this Long River Lurker, there is also Overprotect, which is a premium combat trick in this set. 2 mana +3/+3 trample hexproof indestructible. It gives basically everything you want from a combat trick. Pack 1, pick 2. If we want to stay to green-blue as much as possible, and mostly green, because green is a much stronger color than blue in this set. And here are 2 very good cards. Sticky Tongue Sentinel, a frog, and also returns a permanent to its owner's hand, so it works well with the cheaper enter the battlefield abilities. Or you can just use it on the creature you stunned with Dream Dew. That works too, but let's pick Polywaddle first. This is an instant speed fight spell that has affinity for frogs. And if we are doing exactly green-blue, we'll be having a lot of frogs. Pick 3. There's the Long River Lurker. Again, another frog type of card. But if we pick this, it just instantly locks us into the green-blue, which is not a bad idea. We can just force green-blue right away, drafting on rails. And I was already drafting on rails through the open path, so I actually kinda don't want to do that. But if we get a first pick so strong like Dream Dew Entrancer, yeah, I think I like the Lurker here. Pick 4, no green cards. And the Heartfire Hero is a very strong card in red, especially in red-white. And this card also get banned in standard, just because how absurd the Valiant and the die trigger is. Other than that, Water Sprout Garden is pretty whatever. I think we pick Spelljire, just a good blue card in general, even though don't want to be in blue, but if we keep getting past good cards like this Daring Wave Rider, then we can probably be blue based and maybe even splash Dreammo Entrancer if we have to. Other than the Daring Wave Rider, there isn't any other good cards here. Maybe Brave King Duel for the Rabbit deck or Mouse deck. Well, Chromageddon is actually a pretty good combat trick. Combat trick is pretty strong in this format. Pick 6, another Spelljire, and yeah, I think green is not open, but blue certainly is. And Rabbit Response is pretty strong white card in this format. Works super well in the green-white rabbit stack. Pick 7. Roshield Rampager is a playable green card, but that's pretty much it. And the strongest card here is Scales of Shell, but you have to be in lizards for this to work well. And the Finch formation is just 3 mana, 2/2 flying. And you can also pay 3 more mana to get a 1/1 flying, which is super below rate. We like this over Rust Shield. We already have like 2 Spell Gyre and a Dream Warden Transfer 4, so even though both of these are not that great, let's pick a 2-drop here. Pick 8. Honor Dray Slayer is the Squirrel stack, so we cannot play that. And you never want to be in blue-red, so I'll avoid red cards at all costs. Tree Top Sentry is a pretty whatever if you can't enable the Forage. Because I don't like any other cards here, so let's pick it. Pick 9. Head of the Homestead is a pretty decent card, as long as you're playing one of the colors in green or white, so let's pick this over nothing else really. Long Reverse Pro has very tough pip requirements. And also you need to give a card to counter non-creature. Pick 10, basically nothing here. If you're playing black, blue, Ruthless Negotiation is a stronger card. And Pearl of Wisdom is not a good card in this format, but still let's pick it. And for this one, let's just pick the blue card. And it is a frog, even though it's not strong. Back to pick 1. The strongest card here is definitely Valley Quest Caller, but it's so far from what we're doing. The strongest card that correlates to what we're doing is Sunshower Druid. Early blocker, gains 1 life. Also a frog for the frog shenanigans. I think I like this over Dazzling Denial, even though green is not open. I think we have enough cards to just force this. Pick 2. Well, at least there's a dire downdraft. It costs 3 mana if it targets an attacking or tap creature, which is very important. 3 mana is much better than 4 mana. So yeah, that will be my pick here. Pick 3. Longsword Brawl is a decent green removal. Works with bigger creatures, although the blue creatures are not big. Big creatures are in green. But don't want to pick anything else. We already have 2 Spiral Gyres, so Mind Spiral. Don't want Mind Spiral. And Calamitous Tide is like fine, but let's pick this Longstalker Brawl first. Pick 4, let's just pick this Sunshower Druid. And the strongest card here is Wig's Patrol. This one's 5 mana 5/3, 6 mana 5/3, mill 3, and kill a creature. And also a red for the red decks. Pick 5. Alright, we got our this is the hybrid cardinal color, Palm Prophet. Basically a 2 mana 1/1 draw a card. Works super well with Long River Lurker, because you can just give the Palm Prophet unblockable, cannot be blocked, and then it just enters and draws 1 more card. And also we are lacking 2 drops. Pick 6. I'm not gonna play a Tempest Angler. In fact, not gonna play anything here. Pick 7. Rust Shield Rampager is pretty whatever for 4. Can we just take a 3/3 Mascot on 2? Because we're lacking 2 drops. No, I just don't like this. Let's pick a Rust Shield. Pick 8. Still no 2 drops. Nice War Hermit is pretty whatever. Maybe I consider Long Reverse Pull over anything else here. Pick 9. No playable cards. Maybe a Fountain for Bow. No playable cards here. Just take a uncommon. Take an uncommon. And the short up is like somewhat playable. Alright, packs we pick 1. We have Kissa off Topo Elite, which is a blue bomb that we're definitely gonna play. It has Prowess, so it works better with non-creature spells, which we don't have that many, but even without that, we just draw and discard a card, which is already quite decent, and we also lacking 2 drops, so we need any 2 drops that we can have. Packs we pick 2, Splash Portal. It is on thing with what we're doing, and I will pick this, but here's Polywarp, and we have to pick Polywarp over it. We need removal. Other than that, There's nothing else really, so yeah, really just these two. Polywallop, I mean. Pick 3, we get another Palm Prophet. That's how I'm gonna take over a Spiral Gyre. Pick 4, Audible Antics is a very bad auto spell. You get a 2-mana 1/1 prowess, and then you get a 4-mana 2/2 prowess. It's a quote unquote uphill card, but the base rates of the creatures are so bad. That's one of the reasons why Blue-Red is the worst archetype of this format. So let's just take the strongest card over Protect here. Pick 5, there's the Baker Duel. Baker's Playing Duel that actually has an Enter the Battlefield ability, even though we have a Frog here. That draws and discards. I like the Baker's Playing Duel just because it has a bigger body, and yeah, it also has the Enter the Battlefield ability. Although we're actually not blinking anything else, we're just playing good cards. Pick 6, we got the strongest green, probably the strongest green uncommon, Galwing Moose. Just flash, eat a creature, and then also Vigilance Retrample. Some keywords, and then there's also Light Shell Duel that I'm glad it's gonna take, and Splash Portal, but sadly they're in the same pack. Pick 7. Wow, Splash Slasher is a pretty good card, but we also get a Palm Prophet, and they're pretty similar, and when in doubt, pick the cheaper one. Or is it? We already have 4 2-drops, 2 1-drops, and we can certainly just pick up a 4-drop. 4-drop, get rid of the 3-drop Sentries or Rust Shield Rampager. Actually, let's pick the 4-drop. Pick 8, we can just pick a Sunshine Druid here. Or we can pick this Oak Hollow Village. We are 100% main decking Oak Hollow Village. So actually, let's pick this. Pick 9, we get this again, or we can take Downdraft. Don't like Sprawl, and I think we can use Dire Downdraft. Splash Portal. And Spell Gyre. No, don't think we're playing more Spell Gyre, but not gonna play Soft Scholar though, so let's just that. Not gonna play here. And wow, Bellowing Crier that I can play onto. We are lacking 3-drops. So Flinch Formation. I think I'm gonna cut Flinch Formation because of the types. And then just let's come up one more card and call it a day. I like Spell Gyres, Polywallops. I like Splash Portal in this deck. If it targets a blue creature type, draw a card. And yeah, I think it's basically all of blue creature types outside of Baker's Playing Duel. Still need to cut 1 card here though, and actually I think I'm gonna cut Longstalker Brawl. This card only works well when you have big creatures, but our 1 and 2 drops are pretty small. And 4 drops do have some beef, but this is still a fight spell unless you give a tap fish. And we already have other interactions like 2 Dire Downdrafts and 2 Polywallops. And also Overprotect. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this Longstalker Brawl and call it a day. Let's head to the gameplay. Alright, here we're at round 1, starting with the Palm Prophet, which can reduce the cost of Polywallop, but it's not a good target to fight with. But still, maybe we draw more with Palm Prophet, so this is a big keep. In the Spider-Man or the Omen Path set, there's also a green-white version of this Palm Prophet. Oh, nice. Fresh Will is pretty good with this. There's a green-white version of this enters draws a card with 2 green-white hybrid through the Omen Paths. And green-white is also the best archetype in that set. Alright, Warren Elder. For this turn should be pretty simple. We just splash this Palm Prophet, draw 2 cards, and then Sunshower Druid itself. So that we can block the Warren Elder. Polywallop at 2 mana, but these creatures are not good for fighting. That is, we have a 5-drop head of the home set. Do I double black a Warden Elder? Actually, I don't want to. Let's take the 1 damage here. Which is fine. Right. Guess we just hold on to this Body Wallop. And most likely they're activating Warden Elder this single attack. If I double block, I can just trade with this. If they activate, I just Body Wallop it in response. I think I'm okay with that. They basically skip their entire turn. And they only attack with 1 creature. Yeah, let's go damage. If that's what they want. Pretty good exchange so far. Program Mentor, it's fine. I'm just gonna play this Homestead. We have a decent board stage and pass. Next turn is the Flash Galewing Moose. Also could have Polywallop last turn if I want to. Question. Do I block the Beauregard Mentor? I have 3 mana open. I think I'm fine with that. They do get to do more damage because of Trample if they have Combat Trick. Armageddon. Yeah, I think they are already holding Armageddon starting from the turn they're attacking with the Druid and Warden Elder. Alright, now it's just the Galewing Moose Ambush. Do I ambush the Beauregard Mentor? Question is. Or it just ambush a Warden Elder and call it a day? I think I want to ambush the Warden Elder just in case they have like the +2/+1 combat trick of some sort. And also I think I should just... Oh, that's fine. Battlefy is fine. I wasn't planning on blocking that already. But that means they do not have the mana to activate Warden Elder. And I'm still blocking that, I mean. So, but... Okay. They just scooped. Yeah. The Galewing Moose is just straight up broken. This is the French vanilla, which means it only has keyword abilities, no other text, but the keyword abilities is just so good here. Flash, Vigilance, Trample. That's basically all the cards you want for a 6-drop, and you also pretty safe attack with it because of the Vigilance. Alright, pretty sweet. And there's a chance I might just not block the 5/4 just in case they actually have a green combat trick, but yeah, they already scooped. Let's head to the next one. Alright, game 2, starting with a 1, 2, 3, all playable, just need a blue for Dreamer and Trancer. Going second, and Pomp Office also draws a card, so this is a perfect keep. Playable Passage. Yeah, this one was reprinted for standard. And the question. Baker's Wing Duel or Pomp Prophet for 2? I think most likely gonna be Baker's Wing Duel, just cause more stats. More stats is good. Red, nothing else. Yeah, let's just Baker's Wing Duel here. Red green, so raccoons, and yeah. Not looking great so far with his hand. Drew like 3 blue spells and not a single island. But I just need 1 island for this entire hand to work. That's not an island, but at least there's a land that I can play. Still, not great. Power Patch Formation, pretty good card in this set. It's also main deckable, play a 2-4, so they basically void our entire board. Wow, that is terrible. That is terrible. All blue spells, stuck the pantry, this card is unplayable. I don't even like this card in Commander, I mean. Steam Puff Charger, that's fine. Blue? Yes, finally. So I think the best thing to do here is just Dreamwall Entrancer, stun the Palm Prophet to draw cards because we are not under any sort of pressure. And Village needs 2 mana to put counters on stuff. That's fine. Let's just stun our Prophet. Also Palm Speaker Swing Duel, but we're not attacking with that. And we... Alright. I should have planned around top decking into a Party Wild-Up, so I have 1 green to cast it. There's a chance I need this right now, and... Mistbirth Elder returns a creature to its owner's hand to put a +1 counters on this. And they must do it, so they most likely just gonna return Spin of Charger and keep making all these creatures. Or I think this turn is just gonna be Long River's Lurker. And I can play this, use this to stun the Palm Prophets and Oko Village put counters. Yeah, target creature cannot be blocked. You. I can choose to draw cards or stun your board. I'm actually fine with drawing more cards here. More blue sources actually welcome. And put a counter on these 2. Ting. Pass. They have like a million chump blockers just by returning Steam Puff Charger, play Steam Puff Charger. Oh, they also push counters, so stock of pantry is useful now. Maybe I should have considered Party Wild-Up right away. Yeah. All the 1/1s. That's fine. Let's just wild up this. And then we can just splash Lasher and then attack all. And there's, can also just Offspring it. Yeah. Have the biggest blocker. Attack all. And the Daring Wave Rider can just Party Wild-Up. Brazen Collector, not good on blocks. Oh, we can just die down drop twice. That's fine. I just take the 6, and I just win on spot. Oh, we can only dire draft once, so let's actually just play this. And yeah. Oh. That's pretty smooth. Oh no, actually no. the first couple turns not that smooth, but once we draw the first island, we just can't be stopped with Dreamwing Transfer into the Long River Lurker, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, 2-0 heading into Game 3. Alright, Game 3 against a Mythic player at rank 13. Wow, that's pretty high. And this is completely unkeepable unless we know we are top decking a blue, so let's just mulligan. This is a much better hand, but sadly we have to get rid of one card here. I think it's just gonna be Battle Inquirer, because Battle Inquirer doesn't up a card. We have Palm Prophet 2, and we can just Palm Prophet into Long River Lurker to draw one more cards, and also can play Splash Lasher on 4. Alright, they keep a hand of 7, and they are gonna play. They play a red, drew into our best thing ever. That's nice. You're gonna just Long River Lurker this Palm Prophet. Tree Rule River, that's fine. Drew our 4th land, nice. Yep. Exile it, draw one more card. And we can Dreamwing Transfer this Prophet to draw 2. Raccoon Rallier, and they still have 2 mana with green. Not sure what the green is. Oh, actually no, this is 1 mana of any color. It's not like the Group Blue Gardener from Final Fantasy. Long Stop Brawl, sure. They brought a tap fish, so in that case I think I'll just stun the tap fish. Unless we. Or we can just stun the Raccoon Rally and attack for 3. You know what? Maybe we should be the B down here. So let's actually tap this Raccoon Rallier. They also just give us a fish after all. And the Ward 1 is gonna help a lot. He already helped us when they cast this Long Stock Brawl, making their mana super awkward. Rallier. Counter, fine. Okay, Polywallop. We can actually play Polywallop with Splash Lasher, but we can also just wait for 1 more land for this. So I think we should just Water Sprout and Polywallop. And yeah, we are the beat down here. Attack for 6. And Dreamwing Transfer is the 3 stun counters, so this is not blocking anytime soon. And regardless what we draw, it should be fine. Empire Challenger, pretty good card, but not as good for a blocker. They are just gonna use it for blocks. In that case, we have a Polywallop lined up, so let's just cast this Splash Lasher and tap the Sweet Tree Root River because it has some more toughness. And today, I know the fight spell is a Polywallop for. Oh no, we don't even have lethal anyways, so let's just attack. I was thinking if they have any instant speed fight spell, but actually, probably not. Because the instant speed fight spell is a Polywallop, and they don't have any frogs for it. I'm fine with that. And they have 2 tapped creatures. Trash Tactician, not doing much right now. And with... Oh, gain 3 life. That actually matters, I think. But I think we will actually no, we still have the lethal. Yeah, they block 2 and I deal 5. Easy peasy. Alright. Good to know we are the beatdown. At the moment we cast the Dream Moon Transfer, so we can just keep attacking. And now we are at all wins. How many wins did I get? 3 wins, so heading into game 4. Alright, here's game 4. We have Kitsa, Long River Lurker, and Dream Moon Transfer. We just need to draw Dream Moon Transfer every game and win, right? Kitsa doesn't have enter battlefield ability, but the drawing this guy's really good. So yeah, this is a very nice hand. Play a white into a Brave Kindle. 1 mana 1/1. Give something a +1/+1 at sorcery speed. This is the rabbit, the rabbit mouse card, but the rabbit, I'm not sure where the rabbit part is. Maybe it's just for being a creature. For cheap, so you can swarm the board with it. Because the mouse cares about targeting. Oh, I definitely see the mouse part. There's a chance the kids are just take out the trash here. Or a Banishing Light. Or a Gate Assault. And Exile also exiles. Oh, this is fine. And... question. Do I play this... They are not even beating me down anyways, and I can hold up Dire Down Draft for that, so I don't think I want to play it even. Yeah, if I play this is a similar to 2-3-1-1, essentially. And if I can wait for Dreammaw in... Dreadmaw. Dream Deal in Transfer. Alright, we found ourselves a better target. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't play Long River Lurker. Let's just swoosh that. And we can hold up mana for Spiral Gyre, but I think just gonna play out the Transfer. And I can stun myself. But I can't attack if I stun myself, so let's actually don't do that. There's a chance I eat a Gate Assault here though. That may make me regret things, but... Banishing Light, yep, that's also one of them. In that case, I think I'm just gonna hold up Spell Gyre for the Seagate Commander, and they'll be out of threats. Yeah. Under that spell. 4 mana is not good for counter, but I'm fine with that. Palm Prophet. If we draw another Palm Prophet, I'll play that instead of Long River Lurker. I don't even want to play the Long River Lurker right now just because of the potential value, and they are not attacking. And okay, this also makes like we have another counter spell in hand, which we don't. Oh, this is a good card. Alenia's Pathmaker. Exile a Might of the Meek, even though I have no use of it for this turn. Oh, Splash Portal, wow. So we attack with the Palm... No. Don't mess up borders, please don't. So we Long River Lurker, and then attack with Palm Prophet. I have 1 white open, not sure what that is. Or they just bluffing with manual control, that's also a possibility. Exile it, enters. Let's splash this for 2 cards here. And I think I prefer to put counters instead of play Oh, if I have 1 more green, I can play this, but let's just put counters here on the frogs. So now we have good blocks. I mean, actually not that good of a block. If they just pass on social speed here, I can block with this, and they're most likely gonna use Chrome and get it if there's no bluffing. But I think it's actually fine trading Chrome and get it. Long River Lurker has already done its job. Yup. Okay, let's see. Can you come and get it? +1, that's fine. Oh, also trample because they control a mouse. Yeah, that makes sense. But if they have Chromagallet, they'll also use Mantle of Meek. Yep, they do have Chromagallet. That's expected. Wrapping tool number 2. I have 3, 4, 1, 7. If I play this and Offspring, I can just put counters on them too, because Rabbit, Raccoon, Squirrel, Frog. Yeah, Raccoon also is also part of it. And yep, that's the correct one. I think it's fine attacking here. And I think we'll be fine just attacking them if they just tap attack for 6. And next turn use the Sunshower Druid to jump. But I doubt they'll continue attacking if they're alive. It's gonna be so low. Veteran Garmos. Sunshower Druid number 2. Oh yeah, we can give our entire board. I can put it on Rust Shield because this Rust Shield cannot be chump blocked. Yep, they cannot double block this one. Let's just attack. And what does Veteran Mouse do? It scries 1, okay. Yeah, I'm chump blocking that, no problem. That is if they attack with it. If we draw a creature, we just fly them over. Sworzu Plowshares. Okay, this is the card that you'll never play around in Limited. They actually just trade with the Rust Shield. Let's see if I attack with these two. Trade. It's not looking that great. So, trade. Or if I attack with awe. Yeah, if I attack with all, trade 3, I still have a Vanguard mouse every turn. I'm thinking. But we can fly over only if we. Let's hold on a turn. Yep, they're gonna get the square one net value every turn. And that's a card they are willing to keep. Wow, that's a little bit daring. Okay, question. Do I block? If I don't block, I think I just block here. Please. Fellow Inquirer, that's a very good draw. Because we may be drawing to something good, that's not something good. But Water Sprout Warden is flying, which matters. This is still a 1-for-1 trade, this is 1-for-1 trade for something, but let's actually attack with this. If I attack with odd, I have to block that, but if I like this, I'm fine with that. And I also get rid of Rush Hour Duel. And now we just need to top deck one creature to win if the Water Sprout Warden is still alive. And they kept the card. And they play a land, so the cards they kept keeping must in their hand. Not gonna block that this time. Okay, we just need one creature, and yep, here we have it. Ooh, glad I hold up there. Yep. And yeah, even though we flooded a little bit, we finally got there thanks to this Bellowing Crier drawing discard and draw, and also being a creature for the Water Sprout to fly over. Alright, pretty sweet. And I think we are at 4-0 now, is it? Yep, 4-0 heading to game 5. Game 5, Oakville Village only taps green for creature spell, but we do have creature spell. This hand needs a lot of work. So it's missing 3-drop, it's missing lands. It might just be a disaster if we just don't draw well. So even though we're going second, I think I'm mulliganing. Much better hand. I think we just tuck the Daring Wave Rider and call it a day. And we draw another land. No. Oh no. Please don't draw any more lands, please. Raccoon color. Wonderful Bell. Okay. Yeah, not being aggressive, which I like. And yeah, drawing another land. Oh, that makes me regret tucking the Wave Rider, but how would you know you're gonna draw 2 lands? Or Spell Dryer is good. We just hold up the Spell Dryer. Wow, 3 colors? You usually won't see people splashing in this format. Trigger Duel. This is a very good card, but not good on an empty board like this. So I think if we're gonna continue this, let's just continue. Let's just keep about the beat down. Yeah, Trigger Duel is the best duel in this format. Format 3-4 gives something vigilance plus X plus X. And in rabbit deck, this means you can have a small creature become very large and they get a favorable attack. In frog deck, you can just keep getting the triggers again and again. Mind Spiral, give a tap fish. Oh yeah, we are really the beatdown. That means if they're willing to give us a fish to tap us 3 power. And I think we're gonna hold up to this Spell Gyre and not use the draw card in case they just play a land and then attacking. That's daring. Consider they give a fish for the Mind Spiral. I'll just counter a big creature if they play here, basically. They are gonna add mana, so actually I'm willing to counter that. So now they can't cast a 5-drop. Tree Toss Sentries, that actually make me regret a little bit. But still, we can attack with the Waterspout Warden. The draws are very bad, not gonna lie. Oh no, we cannot. I forgot how many reach creatures this format has. At least we are able to tap out, but we need our own trigger duo to do anything here. We don't. Yeah, I think I'm kind of regretting countering that because now they can just cast a big thing like Galwing Moose. If they're afraid of another counter spell, they can just play the Moose right now. And also the Tree Top Sentries. Flying Splash Lasher. Oh, that's a good card. And we keep drawing lands. Nothing enough we can do here. And Kissa is also a pretty good target to copy. Oof. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. We need our own trigger duo. For this board, we don't. This is probably the best uncommon, actually. Hunter's Talent. Bakers, but doesn't help us anywhere, so let's just pass here. Actually, play a land. We already played our Cycler. Yep, this is a card draw. No, card draw is at 4 mana. So this is a removal plus trample plus card draw. So, oof. We need a board pump, which we don't have. Yep, attack for 4. And then they can just pay 4 for the level 3 to draw a card if they want to. They're holding up 6 mana, and that's not even Galwing Moose mana. I think I'm just gonna scoop here. It's not good to scoop early, but yeah, it's only this is only the first loss. And I want to save some mental energy for later games for when heading to game 6. Alright, game 6, starting with Battle Inquirer, can be a target for Splash Portal, and yeah, gonna keep even though we have like 2 big 6-drops. Go into a land. Thinking of discarding Daring Wave Rider because it's not gonna do anything, but we're still drawing lands, so it's also an option to just discard lands, but yeah, we drew first, so we have no more knowledge. We need lands, so let's just get rid of the Daring Wave Rider here. And Splash Portal this Battle Inquirer, if we're not doing anything else. Sticky Ton, so even a 6 reach. We can also just choose to hold up the Diodon Draft for a turn, but I prefer to splash Portal right now, get the value right away before they have any like sort of 5-cell or whatever. We draw into 2 lands, so we just easily discard 1. And we still have Dire Downdraft for next turn. Gonna take it some beating. They are doing Frost deck as well, green-blue. That's Edge of Eternity basics. 3-card duel. Ugh. That means attacking for a lot much more damage, which I don't like. Not even gonna chump block. And we have to take another turn of beating. Sad news. If you hold up the downdraft, maybe they have a second 3-card duel. I can just dire downdraft the target. Knife Fisher. Since we have a second dire downdraft, I think I'm just gonna downdraft the Sticky Town first. And they put it in the bottom, fine. Play this for blocks on the ground. And yeah, Night Fisher is a 5-mana 4/5 flying. And when a non-token bird enters, make a fish. This card looks really great. If it's in like a older standard draft set. In this set, it's actually not that great. Unless you are literally just birds, which they don't. Alright. Cannot block this Rush Shield Rampager. And we also have to just pass here. Galwin will do it against this Night Fisher. Unless they have a counter spell, in which case we just lose on the spot. Lily Splash Mentor. If I counter, I can't do anything else. So I'm thinking they're probably thinking of just Lily Splash, the 3-card duel, and then Night Fisher go for the humongous damage. In that case, Galwin Moose block is not even favorable at this point. And if I don't get rid of a Lily Splash Mentor, they just gonna have it every time. It's rough. But at least I can just chump block if they don't have Rush Shield or no, they still have a Rush Shield token. Alright, if they attack with a token right now, I can just block like that, which is good. So first, Dire Downdraft. But they can just recast it also. Oof. Not a good sign. And then audio battle up the Night Fisher. So we don't just, and then this is the only good block. You just eat that. Oh, there's also a counter spell for that. So if they just cast this Offspring, I will counter spell instead of Galwin Moose. I think that's a better play here. Counter target spell. And I'm willing to block if they attack. They're probably not gonna. Yep, as expected. And this is the Galwin Moose turn. Kissa not doing much. If they do this on the Lily Splash gonna be a 7/7. And in that case, am I willing to just trade? I think I'm willing to just trade the Galwin Moose to it, actually. Okay, they're not even gonna do it right now. In that case, there's no option for trading. And I actually forgot what's the counter spell of this format. There's a chance I just eat the bird. Oh yeah, it's a quench counter spell for birds. And if I attack the double block, I will just eat the Lily. I'll just trade with Lily Splash, I think. which I'm okay with. Okay, and then they attack through, we just play Kissa and chump block whatever they try to Lily Splash. Also get a counter, because why not? Oh, I actually don't get a counter because Otter is not a green type. This green creature type is Frog, Rabbit, Raccoon, Squirrel. And they can Lily Splash how many times they want. They're not gonna get through if they don't have any trample enabler until they pull up like something like Hunter's Talent, maybe. Yeah, Hunter's Talent will be game over for us. Just they're not doing it. So let's see our options first. Sun Shower Druid doesn't even help with this. Trade anything better, but I think I'm still fine. Yep, they let us through. In that case, let's just play this on a Kissa. So Kissa has a more chance of copy target instant sorcery spell, like the Frog Fight. Alright, they just gonna scoop out right here. Because yeah, they're not gonna. They can block the gateway moves, but after that I can just do an all-out attack. So yeah. Alright, pretty sweet. 5-1 heading into game 7. Alright, game 7 with a 1-drop, 2-drop. Both scale pretty well with not the creature itself, but the creature type. Works pretty well with Pot of Wild Up. Just gonna shower Druid itself. I can get some early damage in. One every turn. If we draw the Long River Lurker, it will be the best draw ever. We don't, which is fine. And yes, another Sunspell Druid makes the Polywater 1 mana. And the 2 mana can be the bird counter spell, in which case we don't care. Get a 2/4 creature, so our Polywater can do something more. If they play the red duel, which they didn't. If I'm playing into a counter spell, I think the Long River Lurker is fine here. Yep, Dazzling Denial. I think that's what they had last turn as well. Even though we're gonna draw one less card, we're gonna have a much better creature for attacking with this Rushield Rampager. And yeah, I can just Polygraph up that. What? And this is 4, and this enables Baker's Bane. So actually I want Baker's Bane right now. And if we draw a land, then we can get another creature this way. Or maybe I should hold up the removal spell. Maybe I should. Because it's only a 3/2. And Shoreline Looter is a great card. I think this is the best uncommon in blue, but they're not good at blocking, as you can see. Offspring this. Get a little bit more value. If I attack with everything, I think I'm just gonna attack with everything. I'm fine if they just C2 either 1/1 here. It's gonna take more damage this way. And if they don't have enough cards in graveyard, the Mind's Whisker is not gonna get a -1, -0, and in this set, it's not that easy to hit threshold. The bad self-mill card is the Mouse Duel. And also Survey 1, that also helps a lot. But they have to bin the card. The threshold is 7. They didn't bin the card. They're attacking with Shoreline Looter. But this also helps with Threshold. It'll be very annoying if they get this Mind's Whisker online. They discard Mind Spiral. This can stun this, but we're gonna get a tap fish if they just do it like that. Sadly, during the land, so we just have to rely on this. Hopefully they can actually get in. Wow, this is a pretty good uncommon. This is just minus one something. And then it trades with the 4/4. And they trade with that. We still get 2 damage in, but it's not gonna look good. Unless they literally have nothing, which I doubt. Yeah, I really hope like this. If this island is actually a Gale Moose, we can do so much more here. Sadly, it isn't. If I draw a Dream Dew Transer, I can also just target that. The heck? Did they just discard the best card in their deck? Okay, in that case, I don't think we can win. If they're willingly to discard the best card in their deck, which is Week's Patrol, and they're willing to go to 1 as well? What the heck? Actually not sure what's going on here. Oh, they're holding up a Spell Gyre, but I still don't know why they discarded Week's Patrol. Maybe these 2 cards are like the best thing ever. Alright. That shows online for Shoreline Looter. So now they don't need to discard a card. And let's see what cards they have they're willing to keep over Week's Patrol. Pass, and yeah, we're drawing only lands. Let's go. This is 100% not going to get in, but one can dream. Nocturnal Hunger, Gift of Food. Wow. If they just resolved Week's Patrol here, we are like already dead long time ago. But let's see if there's any way else for us. Shoreline Looter number 2, so they have 2 shorelines in the Week's Patrol and a Downwind Emperor. Nice. Alright, that's a good spell. Play that. Alright, and I'm just gonna hold on to that. Nocturnal Hunger is instant, so if they have another Nocturnal Hunger, there's nothing we can do. Attack with those. Draw 2 cards. Not even leaving 1 for blocks. And 5/5. Slash. Am I getting 100? If that's a Spell Gyre resolves, but is it eating a Nocturnal Hunger? Or another other removal? Oh, that is other removal. Oh, Spell Gyre is good, sadly. Or one can hope. They only have 2 mana up, so maybe Survival 2 Draw 2 will get us here. So let's actually go for that. And one can also just hope Dire Downdrift resolves here, so we just get a win. But just lose to a counter spell right now. I'm actually not that confident. Alright. Do I get in? Alright, fine. If you have this into the Flama. I don't get in. At least I'm not taking like too much damage. And I don't think this deck has any way to get rid of Sugarcoat. So it's just gonna stay there forever. I think I'll just play the head of Homestead and be very sus about this Pawn Prophet. But that's like way too obvious, so actually let's just play this out. We just need to get 1 damage in. 1. Can't be too hard, right? And we can still have the Spellgyre up on our turn. So like when we need to attack for lethal, and then they cast something, say no, you cannot attack for lethal, and then we're like, yes, we want to attack for lethal, we just counter yourself. And maybe now they're just gonna hold up this Shoreline Looter at some point. They're attacking with way too much, and also decking out is a legit concern unless they have shufflers. Nocturnal. They have to give a food every time they use Nocturnal Hunger, which I'm very happy to see. I just need to get 1 creatures in to win. Taking with 2, that's very daring. Still very daring. Alright, you got it. Play a land, 11 lands. That's a creature. My turn? They're not even gonna have another creature. That's fine. Let's eat food. So let's Dire Down Draft this and attack all. And we still have Spellgyre up. Alright, that resolves. So now it's actually lethal. Let's see what sleeve is. What do they have in hand? Saber makes a foot, so Saber just single-handedly solves that, so we have to counter it. Do they have a counter for Spellgyre? No. If they do, I'll just scoop here, because we're not gonna get through without deck, I'm pretty sure. Nocturnal. Alright. I can't believe we got this. They're playing with their life like way too much. If I were them, I'll just find a time frame to resolve this Wix Patrol and just attack for game. Because we don't have anything to deal with the Wix Patrol. And also, yeah, leaving at 1 life is very dangerous. Because like even a small rabbit like this can get in. And our deck has like a Head of the Homestead and Pawn Prophet for that. That was so sweet. I don't think we can actually get there, but we got there. 6-1 heading into game 8. Alright, game 8, we start with not the best hand, but if we're going first, and if the Pawn Prophet survives, we can just splash portal it. So that helps us draw into green, so actually keep this. And if we draw into green, this is just gonna win us the game. Most likely the Pawn Prophet survives. They're not gonna spend a removal on something that already draws a card. A red. Alright, no 1-drop. Like if they play a red and they play a Heartfire Hero, I'll be doomed. We didn't draw a green. So let's hope we draw a green. He didn't draw though. It's a fixing when you really need one. There's a chance that this Pawn Prophet can take out the trash. But Arena says no, they don't have a priority, so let's just do this. Abusing the Arena mechanic. Draw 2 cards. And none of them is green, but at least our hand is still playable with Spellgyre. Tempest Angler, alright. If they don't cast any outrageous spell, I'll just Spellgyre to search for green here. And they are in Otters, which is the worst color ever. Oh, that's fine, you can draw 2 cards. And they tap like this, so they don't have 1 color mana now. You're fine with? How much do I like green? I think I have to ditch both of these. And I'm gonna main phase this. Yep. Oh boy. Still have to discard a card after all of these shenanigans. Oh well. At least we found ourselves a green, so this hand starts to be functional. And also just gonna Dream Duel Entrancer the Tempest Angler if it starts getting out of hand. Also have the option to just Polywallop it, actually. Ooh. This is disgusting. And they're just gonna leave it behind. But we can still just Polywallop it, so we can just Splash Slasher, whoop, Polywallop, whoop, and then attack for 2, whoop, and then next turn Overprotect, whoop. Yeah, I think I like Splash Slasher much more than Dreamwall Entrancer. This is better reserved for a big creature. And yep, Auto Tapper is not doing anything weird, which is nice. Need to start pressuring this route before he gets out of hand. He gets a counter every time they cast a non-creature. And yeah, plus make a 1/1. It's very disgusting. Rough shot. And no lands, but it's not the worst. I mean, they do have a lot more mana this time. Alright, if you're gonna take out the trash, I'm just gonna overprotect right now.
Another genius idea by Raoul Zach.
And it's at 5, so I think I'll have to give it to the Lasher. And this trades into a 2/2 altar, so no, please. Oh, Overprotect is such a good card. And yeah, just gonna exile this and type down the Rough Shot. Oh, I didn't think I wait for the ward to resolve. Next time I should be careful. And now the Dreamwall Entrancer is gonna be great. It will be better if I draw into another green, so I can have the Entrancer into a Polywallop. If you draw blue, you can also just Daring Wave right there to draw 2 cards. Okay, the trash has already been taken out. They take out the trash. They get to discard a card and draw a card because of Rush Shot Duel. No attacks, that's fine. And we draw a green, that's even better. There's a chance I run into a counter spell. But let's attack first to see if they have anything. If they just take out the trash from here and block, I'm not gonna do anything. And to play around counter spell, I think Rush Shield is the best. Or we can just play something small, like even Dream Duel Entrancer. But no, it can be a Spell Gyre because they have 4 mana, so let's actually just do a Offspring on the Rush Shield. Yep, nice. I dodged the Spell Gyre. I mean, I eat a Spell Gyre, but not with the or best spell, like Daring or Dream Dew. Daring. Daring can take out the trash here, I think. I think they're gonna take out the trash in that case. Get rid of a blocker for future, and yep, they're gonna do it, and they still have the discard and draw if they want to, which is very good for them. Mew. Oh, the prowess. Mew. Attack for 8. I think I have to resolve a Dream Dew in Transfer here. They discard the Tempest Angler. Yeah, just might as well attack with everything. Good attacks here. I think I'm just gonna Dream Deal their creature. And Kissa, and also attack for 2. And Kissa... Unless we drew another instant sorcery. Conducts electricity. Have to block here. Alright, that's a lot of beating, not gonna lie. Too much for my liking. Think I need to get rid of Rush Duel first, right here, right now. And not sure, so just Poly one up and what is about Warden? Oh, but Dazzling Denial. They don't have a bird, so I can just pay it. And I can still battle and cry in that case. Alright, not the worst. I think I want to attack with that. They are out of cards. But I cannot afford to draw in this card right now, so let's just do a Battle Inquiry here. And now we're just doing blocks. If they drew literally lands, that'd be great. And Daring Will Predator can just get rid of their... It doesn't give... It doesn't give Trample, which is the thing that matters the most. Fuck that. Eat it. End step. Draw this card. Although they don't have one card, I shouldn't play around any combat tricks. Oh no, any counter spells, I mean. But if their Wave Rider gets resolved, I'll just like win right away. And what do I get? I think I should just get Spell Gyre in case that's actually a removal spell. So about to... And oh, I forgot about Kissa. Kissa could have attacked for 1 more damage, which can matter in the grand scheme of things. Actually, let's actually play 1 land out. Alright. Ooh, they scooped. Ooh, this is pretty sweet. We managed to beat Rao, which is one of the very, very few reasons you want to be in blue-red, and they're actually a pretty good blue-red deck. Usually Tempest Angler is not that great, but if you can have all the non-creature spells to go with it, it will be much better. They're probably splashing for something because they play 2 copies of the Grotto lands. And yeah, I base a Spell Gyre with my other spells, so I can resolve my more dangerous spells like the Waving Rider, Waving Dare Rider, Daring Wave Rider and the Dream Duel Entrancer. Oh, what a sweet game. And with that, we are at the trophy of 7-1, the actual trophy, unlike in the Pick 2 draft where you just need to win 4 games for the trophy. Taking a look at this deck again, this is a frog. A lot of frogs. 2 Sunshine Shower Druid at 1, 2 Palm Prophet at 2, and the Battle Crier. These are frogs, and frogs mostly works with Long River Lurker because Long River Lurker gives them Ward 1 and also helps trigger their ETB effects again. And also, they draw your card when targeted by Splash Portal and can get counters from Oakville Village. But yeah, Bloomburrow is a set that's heavily focused on creature. Oh no, actually, it has a focus on creature types, but it's not the most heavy focus because even though Green Blue is the frog archetype, it's actually mechanics first and typo second. So the Green Blue deck will care about all the enter the battlefield ability first, and then they care about the frogs. So yeah, Long River Lurker is one of the cycle that specifically cares about the creature type, but it also just works well with what the creature type is doing in general. And also, by far, the best card in your deck, Dream Duel. I keep saying more. Dream Duel Entrancer. 1 mana 3 to reach, tap something and put 3 stun counters on it, which basically takes the creature out for the entire game. And also, you can just target your own stuff to draw 2, so you can target like a useless creature, like a Palm Prophet or Sunshine Druid. Or you can just bounce the target that you put counters with, so the counters doesn't matter too much. What a great card. And also, other cards are pretty sweet. Galwing Moose, 6 mana 6s, Flash, Vigilance, Trample. So many text for French Vanilla, and also the good ones. And Daring Wave Rider, when he enters, you just get to cast a Holy Wallop to destroy something, a Spell Dryer to draw, a direct down drop to bounce. Yeah, one of the few good blue cards. Alright, that's it for this draft of Bloomburrow. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one.